In a world ravaged by endless wars and a cataclysmic famine that turned once lush lands into barren wastelands, Naomi, a resilient survivor from the ancient tribe of Judea, had fled her homeland with her husband Elimelech and their 2 sons. They sought refuge in the hostile territories of Moab, where rival clans fought over scarce resources. But tragedy struck swiftly. Elimelech fell in a brutal raid, leaving Naomi to raise her sons alone in this unforgiving exile. Years passed in Moab's shadowed valleys, where Naomi's sons grew strong and married local warriors. Orpah, a cunning scout with knack for survival traps, and Ruth, a brave healer whose gentle touch had a fierce spirit. They formed a fragile family bond, teaching each other forbidden lore from Judea's ancient scrolls about a prophesied redeemer who would restore balance to the shattered world. But fate was cruel. Naomi's sons were slain in a vicious clan skirmish, their bodies lost to sands. Whispers of renewal reached Naomi's ears. The famine in Judea was lifting, thanks to mysterious oases blooming under divine favor. Determined to reclaim her heritage, she packed her meager belongings for the perilous journey back. Ruth and Orpah, bound by love and loyalty, insisted on joining her, their hearts torn between their Moabite roots and the family they cherished. As they ventured into the treacherous borderlands, plagued by sandstorms and bandit ambushes, Naomi paused under a crumbling archway. She turned to her daughters-in-law, her voice heavy with guilt. "Return to your clans, my dears. Judea may scorn you as outsiders, and I have nothing left to offer. No sons to protect you, no legacy to share." Orpah wept, embracing Naomi tightly. "We've shared battles and bread. How can we abandon you now?" But Naomi persisted, painting a grim picture of Judea's xenophobic tribes and the dangers ahead. "The path is lined with raiders and curses. Go back to safety, find new alliances, and may the Eternal One bless you as you bless me." Ruth stepped forward, her eyes blazing with unyielding determination. She had seen visions in her dreams, glowing runes foretelling a great destiny tied to Judea. "No, mother, where you tread these cursed sands, I will follow. Your tribe shall become mine, your ancient God my shield against the darkness." Naomi tried one last plea. "Even if hope blooms anew, could I bear sons for you in this broken world? Would you wait through endless nights of peril?" Orpah, heartbreaking, finally relented, kissing them farewell and vanishing into the storm toward Moab, her silhouette a ghost in the dust. But Ruth's resolve was unbreakable. "Let nothing but the reaper's blade sever us. I pledge my life to yours in famine or feast, under stars or shadows." Touched by such fierce loyalty, Naomi embraced her, whispering prayers of gratitude as they pressed on, dodging patrols and scavenging for water in the desolate wilds. After weeks of evasion and narrow escapes from Moabite pursuers, they crested a hill overlooking Judea, a land of fractured cities and emerging verdant fields, where ancient prophecy spoke of renewal. Naomi breathed deeply, the air carrying scents of barley and hope. This is the promised realm, gifted by the Eternal to our forebears. Now it calls us home. Entering the outskirts of Bethlehem, a fortified outpost amid the ruins, old allies spotted Naomi. Her face, lined by grief and exile, sparked recognition. "Is this Naomi, the beacon of our youth?" they murmured. But she shook her head bitterly. "Call me Mara the Shattered. The famine took my light, and Moab claimed my kin." Ruth, with her foreign tattoos and accent, drew suspicious glances. Whispers of Moabite intruder echoed, but Naomi defended her. She forsook her world for ours, embracing our God amid the chaos. Slowly, a few offered tentative welcomes, sharing tales of resurgent harvests blessed by divine winds. To survive, Ruth volunteered for the dangerous task of gleaning, scavenging leftover crops from fields patrolled by guards against thieves. "I'll brave the fields for us, mother. The old laws allow the forsaken to gather what falls." Naomi nodded, her heart swelling with pride for this adopted daughter's courage. The fields belonged to Boaz, a legendary warrior chief whose clan had defended Judea through the darkest times. Scarred from battles, he wielded both sword and wisdom, rumored to carry a sacred amulet channeling divine protection. Spotting Ruth among the gleaners, he inquired of his overseer, intrigued by her poised demeanor amid hardship. Who is the outsider with fire in her eyes? Boaz asked. The overseer replied, She's the Moabite who returned with Naomi, toiling without rest since dawn, evading the lurking dangers. Boaz approached, his voice commanding yet kind. Stay in my fields, woman. My guardians will shield you from raiders. Drink from our wells when thirst strikes. Ruth bowed, astonished. Why favor a stranger in these divided times? Boaz smiled faintly. Tales of your loyalty echo like war drums, leaving kin and idols for Naomi and our God. May the Eternal reward your valor, under whose wings you seek refuge from the apocalypse. Treated like kin, Ruth joined the midday feast, where Boaz secretly ordered extra provisions scattered for her. By dusk, her basket overflowed with grain, enough to sustain them through threats of night raids. She hurried back, her mind racing with questions about this enigmatic protector. That evening, Ruth recounted the encounter to Naomi, describing Boaz's commanding presence and hidden kindness. Naomi's eyes lit with rare hope. The Eternal weaves paths unseen. Boaz is our bloodkin, a redeemer under ancient pacts. He could lift our curses and secure our future. Encouraged, Ruth returned daily to Boaz's fields, facing jealous rivals and subtle sabotages from those fearing outsiders. Boaz watched over her, sharing stories of Judea's lost glories and prophecies of a coming king. Tension built as raiders tested the borders, forcing Boaz to lead defenses while Ruth proved her mettle in skirmishes. As harvest peaked, Naomi plotted a bold move. The threshing floors hum with life tonight under the full moon. Adorn yourself in our finest relics. Anoint with sacred oils and seek Boaz. Remind him of his duty as kinsman redeemer amid these turbulent times. Ruth hesitated, knowing the risks. Rejection could mean exile or worse. But her bond with Naomi and growing affection for Boaz fueled her. For our survival and the prophecies, I'll go. Sneaking through shadowed paths teeming with nocturnal threats, she reached the threshing floor. Amid the rhythmic thud of flails and laughter of harvesters, Boaz rested after a grueling day, his amulet pulsing faintly. Ruth approached silently, unveiling herself at his feet as per custom. I am Ruth, your kin's widow. Spread your cloak over me as Redeemer, shielding us from the void. Boaz stirred, admiration flashing in his eyes. Fear not, brave one. Your virtue shines brighter than stars. I am kin, but another claims closer right, a shadowy figure with his own ambitions. At dawn I'll confront him. If he falters, I vow by the Eternal to claim you and restore your line. To seal his word, Boaz gifted her overflowing measures of grain, a token for Naomi. Go swiftly before dawn betrays us to spies. Ruth slipped away, heart pounding from the encounter, evading patrols as she returned, the weight of destiny on her shoulders. Naomi awaited anxiously what transpired in the shadows. Ruth spilled the tale, the pledge igniting hope. He honors the old ways. Now we wait for the dawn's verdict. As the sun rose, tension simmered. Rumors of rival claimants spread like wildfire. Boaz wasted no time, summoning the closer kinsmen, a cunning merchant named Tobiah, and 10 tribal elders to the city gate, a neutral ground amid ruins etched with prophetic carvings. Naomi sells her ancestral lands to survive. As nearest kin, claim it or yield, Boaz declared, his voice echoing like thunder. Tobiah smirked, eyeing the fertile plots. I'll take it, strengthening my hold. But Boaz revealed the twist. With the land comes Ruth, the Moabite heir-bearer. Marry her, and her offspring inherit all for the sacred laws. Tobiah paled, visions of divided empires flashing, his own heirs threatened by this union. I forfeit my right, Tobiah conceded, removing his boot as ancient custom demanded, handing it to Boaz amid gasps. The burden is yours, the elders witnessed, sealing the pact with oaths. Boaz's heart soared. He would redeem not just land, but lives. Word spread like a rallying cry. Boaz claimed Ruth in a ceremony blending Judean rites and Moabite traditions, vowing protection amid cheers. Naomi joined their household, her bitterness melting into joy as the community embraced the union, seeing it as a sign of impending prosperity. In time, Ruth bore a son, Obed, a child of prophecy with eyes like stars, destined to heal divides. Naomi cradled him, whispering, "The Eternal has mended my shattered soul." This boy renews us all, may forge kings and saviors. Obed grew into a wise leader, fathering Jesse, whose line birthed David, the legendary king who united tribes against darkness. And from David came the promised Messiah, a beacon for the world's redemption, fulfilling Ruth's visionary dreams. Ruth's story became legend, a tale of loyalty defying apocalypse, love conquering divides, and faith birthing empires. In a world of ruins, her choices sparked eternal light, inspiring survivors to seek their own redemptions. End the script with a call to action. If this epic reimagining of Ruth's story gripped you, subscribe, and comment your favorite twist below. What's your take on loyalty in tough times?